चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Thank you. So today is the final day of our 7th canto Bhagavat Katha, in which we are covering the 11th chapter, the 30 main principles given by Devarshi Narad to be followed for all human beings. We did up to 21 principles yesterday, and we're going to 22. Does anybody have any questions up to what we covered? Up to 21. All right, then we go to 22. 22 is hearing about the activities and instructions given by the Supreme Personality of God. What is this? The instructions of the Supreme Personality are given in one main scripture called the Bhagavat Gita. And the description of his activities are given in one main scripture called the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Narad Muniji is promoting the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam, or hearing about Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Like yesterday we covered, one of the points he gave was reading the scriptures. Remember that bright little boy? Where did he go? He's behind.
Busy reading.
He's still reading. So, this one is hearing. And you can see here, does anybody recognize these personalities? Who are these personalities? Nityananda Prabhu and
No.
Nityananda Prabhu and second one is a little difficult. Vrindavan Das Thakur. Vrindavan Das Thakur is the Acharya who wrote the Chaitanya Bhagavat. And actually, Vrindavan Das Thakur, according to Rup Sanatan Goswami, is the incarnation of Swayam Maharshi Vyasdev. Who said that? Oh, Vyasdev. It's a good thing that at least he knows. Actually, Ved Vyas should be sitting on the Vyasasana and I should be sitting down there. But what can we do? Today it is this way, but tomorrow it may be the other way.
Yeah, that's right. We don't know. Krishna's arrangements.
So, Vrindavan Das Thakur is the incarnation of Maharshi Ved Vyas for Lord Chaitanya's Leela. Maharshi Ved Vyas himself came to cover or compile the Leela of Lord Shri Krishna. But to cover and compile the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he comes in the form of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Vrindavan Das Thakur, somewhat similar to Shukdev Goswami. His mother used to go to the Sankirtan by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fed her prasadam out of his own plate from his own hands. One may say, oh, this is inappropriate behavior, but his mother was 4 years old at that time. Her name was Narayani. She was a 4-year-old child. And from that age, she was associating with Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then, when she grew up, she gave birth to Vrindavan Das Thakur, who had virtually not witnessed any of the pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Lord Nityananda gave him the whole account of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. And hearing from Lord Nityananda, Vrindavan Das Thakur compiled the Chaitanya Bhagavat. I just did a 4-day presentation on Chaitanya Bhagavat in Tobacco, New Jersey. It's on the Facebook and also on the YouTube, if anybody is interested in watching. So we explained what is this. Now the question is, why should we do it? Why should we hear the activities and instructions given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead?
It's one of the 9 devotional service.
One of the 9 devotional service. Good answer. Any other reason?
Keeps us engaged in the devotion.
Keeps us engaged in devotional service. And
Bhakti in the love of God.
bhakti in the love of God,
We can develop our devotion.
develop our devotion. And also, as we discussed yesterday, when you're chanting or something or the other, instead of your mind going all over the place, who was it that gave the answer? Bilaji is missing. She said the mind goes, while we're chanting, the mind goes all over the place. There is no limit to where it will not go. And everybody who was here agreed, yes, mine too. I have the same problem. So instead of mind going here and there and all over the place, if you have been hearing about the activities and or instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then more likely your mind is to go into that lila or into that instruction, and that would be a perfection of chanting or quote unquote meditating that way by chanting. How loud should we chant
We can hear.
our japa?
We can hear.
So we can hear it. Not loud enough so the neighbors can hear you chanting your own japa on your beads, and not low enough that you cannot hear yourself chant. So it should be at least coming out of here and going up to here. Loud enough to come out of here and go here. That's it. Some people like to chant louder so they can concentrate on the holy name more. And it works for some people. But how loud and how long can you do that? Because the louder you chant, the more you need to breathe in between. You ever tried that? If you chant loudly, you have to stop more for breathing. If you chant low pitch enough that you can hear yourself, you can breathe while you chant. Breathing while chanting will have efficient use of time. But there is nothing wrong with loud chanting if it helps you concentrate more on the holy name. But then try to speak every word as clearly as possible. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There's all kinds of chanters out there. Some like to go fast, some like to go faster, and some like to go at the speed of light. That's also chanting. It's more like the little hummingbird. Although the little hummingbird is not that loud, but it hums like that. So when I chanted, did you hear the Mahamantra in there? But you could feel the Mahamantra is in there. the feeling that the Mahamantra is there, and that at that speed it would help us go through the 16 rounds much faster. But really, it's a little hard to concentrate on that name. So if it takes longer, it's okay, but it should be clearly spoken and clearly understood. So, what is the holy name? Is it the activity of the Lord or instruction?
Instruction.
Is it both?
It's both. How is it instruction? How is it activity?
He's dancing on your tongue.
He's dancing on your tongue, and that's his activity. I've never heard of that before. But of course
My Masi was saying.
there is always the first time.
So if it's
Because when you're chanting, Krishna is dancing on your tongue, so that becomes Krishna's activity. I should write this one down before I forget this. Very interesting. And how is it the instruction?
We are praying to God that please engage me in the service.
Okay. So that doesn't make it an instruction, that makes it a prayer. It's a prayer that we
We are
pray
praying.
that God engages us in
He
His
vows
service.
to chant the 16 rounds.
So is it activity or instruction?
It's instruction.
It's instruction. All right. Then there is class versus katha. Krishna katha, name, form, qualities, pastimes, and associates are all absolute. All of them are absolute, meaning they are all equals. Any one of them we are thinking of is just as important. Some would say, oh, when you're chanting the holy name, just chant the holy name and think of the name and put this sheet in front of you that has the holy name written on it. The Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I never heard Srila Prabhupada say anything, any such thing. And he never installed any such things in any of his temples. But these days some devotees are going around and installing a picture of Harinam in temples and asking devotees, please concentrate on this. I don't know about that because Srila Prabhupada never said anything like that, but I would be more happier if that picture was in Sanskrit rather than in English, because we write things in English so everybody can read, but if you already know what is written on it, it is for people who know the Mahamantra, then it might as well be in Sanskrit. And if you have to concentrate or meditate upon how the name is written, it might as well be in Sanskrit rather than in English. But in any case, the point here is that they're all absolute. Then it talks about chanting about his activities and instructions. That is Sutra number 23. Chanting about his activities and instructions. There was reading separately, there was hearing separately, and now there is chanting. So some of the 9 processes are repeated, but these are 30. And explained in a different way, the 9 kinds of devotional service process is given to us by who? Did you raise your hand? Thank you. And these 30 are given to us by who? The Guru of Prahlad Maharaj. Narad Muni is the Guru of Prahlad Maharaj. He is, in a way, our eternal Guru. He is the guru of Prahlad Maharaj, he is the guru of Maharshi Vyas, he is the guru of Dhruv Maharaj, he is the guru of Valmiki Rishi, he is the guru. The list just goes on. Mrigari, we told you about, he is the eternal guru. He is also an incarnation of God, and he is also a Shakti of God. And this Shakti is called, what is his Shakti name? Narad Muni's Shakti. He is Bhakti Shakti, because he gives Bhakti to everyone.
They say if you get the darshan of Narad Muni, you will get the darshan of Lord, for sure.
Very good. Thank you. So, Dhruv Maharaj, although was a Sakam Bhakta, but because of finding the right Guru, he was guided to the right path. And he, from Sakam, he became Nishkam. Because Bhakti can only be Nishkam. If it is Sakam, it is not Bhakti. Sakam cannot be Bhakti. It can only be Sakam can only be business.
Business.
Om Jai Chitte Nota Hai. Sukha Sampati Gara Hai. So, chanting about his activities and instructions are so many different ways. What are the different ways of chanting about his activities and instructions? There is how many kinds of chanting? There is bhajan, kirtan. Anybody knows what is the difference? Difference in kirtan and bhajan. Difference in kirtan and bhajan. Other than Sarla Mataji, this new Prabhuji.
Kirtan is a call and response. Kirtan is call and response.
Okay,
And bhajan is the directive reason.
okay. Sarla Mataji.
Bhajan sing with one person and kirtan is many person and together.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes?
Bhajan is you remember, you glorify the Krishna, and the Sankirtan is nothing but the Hare Krishna.
Say that one more time.
Bhajan means to glorify the Krishna,
Yeah.
and Sankirtan is Mahamantra.
Mahamantra. Okay. We're getting close. Everybody is right. There is Harinam. Harinam is Mahamantra and Mahamantra. You can add Hari Bol to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's about the limit of Harinam. Then there is Kirtan. Kirtan is more broader. Kirtan means any and every name of God is Kirtan. Just like when I came this morning, this Mataji was singing Yashomati Nandana Brajavara Nagar Gokula Ranjanata. What is that? What is it? It's Kirtan. The official name of the song is Shri Nam Kirtan. It's not bhajan. Because you go line by line, word by word, everything in here just about is Krishna's name, all names of Krishna. That is Kirtan. Any names of Krishna, like we sing Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, is also names of Krishna. So we have a system of some bhajan or kirtan before the discourse. So we sing Jai Radha Madhava. What is bhajan? As Mrs. Prasannatma explained, sorry, I keep forgetting your name. Vrishabhanu Nandini, oh my God. It should not be that difficult. But it's just that I'm in too much maya. Vrishabhanu Nandini Mataji suggested that a bhajan is a glorification of the Lord. What is it, Rajkumar ji? Bhajan is glorification of the Lord. It can be a glorification of His activities, His pastimes. It can be a glorification of His qualities. It can be a glorification of His different forms. It can be a glorification of some other kind, or a glorification in how I envision the Supreme Lord to be acting or behaving or giving me darshan and so on. All of that. So now everybody understands the difference between Kirtan and Bhajan and Harinam. We understood three of them. What else is there?
Can you give example of one bhajan?
Bhajan, lots of examples. We sang yesterday, Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu. That is a bhajan. You can also call it a song. But because in English we don't have so many words of describing different things, so we call everything a song. Everything other than the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a song. But that is a bhajan. We'll give you more examples. What else is there? Like this, Kirtan, Yashomati Nandan, although it sounds like a bhajan, but it is a kirtan. Then there is bhajan, any song that talks about the activities, glories, guna, leela, like Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu, bhajana anupuri. Then there are prarthanas or prayer, like we sang yesterday. Which one did we sing? Radha Krishna Pranamura. This is, the song's name is Sakhi Vranda Vigyapti. But Vigyapti means a prayer. We are praying to the Sakhis, or the author here, Narottam Das Thakur, is praying for getting some service to Radha and Krishna. What does he say? Kalindira kule keli kadam beravan ratana bedira upar bosabo tuja. I want to sit the divine couple on a Ratana Singhasan. And then I want to give them this thing to eat, this Sugandhit thing to make them feel more pleasure. I want to make malas and give them mala of these special flowers and so on. So he's revealing his heart as to. But towards the end, he says, Lalita Vishakha Adi Jata Sakhi Vrunda. Agyaya kariva seva charanara. I only want to do all this if I get the permission of doing it from
Lalita and Saka.
Lalita Vishaka and the Ashtasakis. I do not just want to do it. Only if I get permission. So devotional service is not what I choose. Oh, I want to do this. Devotional service is what I am given permission to do. That is devotional service. These devotees will come to me sometimes, oh Prabhuji, in this temple I am not being given devotional service. So very strange, how come you are not given devotional service? There is so much service here for everyone. No Prabhuji, I want to do this, but so well, that's not really devotional service because that's what you want to do. Devotional service is what you are asked to do, expected to do, given to do, or given a permission to do. So, if you don't get the service that you want to perform, then do the service that is needed or what you are told or asked. That is devotional service. Devotional service is not, I just want to do this and this person is stopping me, he is a bad guy and I am a good devotee who's being stopped from performing my devotional service. So that's how that works. There are many other prarthanas which are different kinds of prarthanas. Then there are Vaishnava prarthanas. This is like a Vaishnava prarthana, and there are many other Vaishnava prarthanas. And then there are other prarthanas like Sukha Sampati Kara Ave Kashta Mite. Those are more prarthana of a material nature. Nothing wrong with it, but it is more a material nature prarthana, and a devotee usually does not take the time to pray for all such things. Devotee depends upon Krishna to give whatever he pleases. Do not take the time every day to ask God for the daily bread. Because God is giving us daily bread, isn't He? Anybody here who's not getting any daily bread from God? No? Then what is the point? We can take the same time of prarthana and use it the right way. Like the other prarthana we sang day before, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya Karo. Toma bina ke dayalu jagata samsara. Please have mercy on me because there is no one more merciful than you. Then in the next line he says, what is the next line? Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar. As you have incarnated to give compassion and mercy to Patita Pavana. But the next line, he says, Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Paiva. You will not find anybody more degraded than me. So my claim is first. This is the heart of the Vaishnava Acharyas. Although they are such exalted devotees, but they do not see anybody more degraded than them. And what do we see? Everybody is more degraded than me. That is what we see. That is why we fall fine. Oh, this one's got this wrong, that one's got that thing wrong, and the other one's got this thing wrong, it's got mixed up, and this one is all bangled up, and this devotee doesn't know how to do this, the management here doesn't know how to do anything, the other devotee here who thinks he's good at doing puja, he doesn't know how to do it, and all kinds of faults we find. Why are we finding fault? Because instead of claiming that there is nobody more degraded than me, we claim that there is everybody more degraded than me. I am the least degraded here. Everybody is more degraded. So, until we start to see the right way, that I am the one who's most degraded, until then, there is no kripa or mercy or compassion coming down to my street. If I keep thinking, oh, it's the others who are more degraded, then they need help first, then give me later, if ever my turn comes. But if I think it's me who is most degraded, I need mercy first, then that is the right mood. After prayer, there is another thing, it's called stuti. Can anybody tell us what is a stuti? Stuti is also a prayer, but usually it is for a special purpose prayer. It is not your daily prayer. It cannot be a daily prayer. It is a special purpose prayer, such as for protection or for an apology or for some unusual circumstance to try to please some divine personality. Like Shiva Stuti, Namami Shamishana Nirvana Rupa. Anybody knows this? Heard this? Namami Shamishana Nirvana Rupa. Who is this stuti sung by? This is Ravana's stuti. Ravan sung that stuti because when he was empowered by all the boons given by Lord Brahma, he thought he became the most powerful personality in this whole world. And then somebody told him, you think you are the most powerful? I think Lord Shiva is more powerful than you. He goes, yeah. We will find out. The best way to find out is go attack him at the Kailash Parvat. So Ravan went and attacked Lord Shiva at the Kailash Parvat. And Lord Shiva didn't say anything until, it took a while before he started to feel offended by this attack. And then he sent his damru. Just the damru was enough for Ravan. And damru sent him behind. And then Ravan was saying, how can I be defeated by a damru? I am the most powerful. Look at the weapons I had. I had the whole bank of weaponry over here. And I am defeated by damru. This cannot happen. I have to show Lord Shiva that I am more powerful than him. So he goes and puts his hand under the Kailash Parvat and lifts the whole Kailash Parvat, including Lord Shiva, off the ground. He was that powerful. And when Lord Shiva finds out, oh my God, somebody is lifting the mountain that I'm sitting on, then he puts his foot down. He was sitting on an asana like this, and then he puts his foot down and presses on it. And the mountain goes down, and now Ravana's hand is stuck in there, it cannot come out because now Lord Shiva is putting pressure on it. So when his hand is completely stuck, he cannot get out of it, then he sings this stuti. Namameshamishana nirvana rupam. So that is to please Lord Shiva and also to kind of apologize that look, here I am singing your stuti and singing your glories. So it is actually glories, but we sing it for a prayer. Purpose is prayer, but it is glories. Similarly, Gajendra, when Gajendra is stuck fighting the Magarmach, for how long? 1,000 years. 1,000 years he is pulling this way and the Magarmach is pulling that way. Gajendra was very powerful, but Magarmach was more